Is there part of you that still wants to sleep with him when he gets out?
No, because he doesn't look the same anymore.
Oh,
He doesn't look the same. That's not who I had fell in love with.
the
Like,
face tattoos?
yeah.
What about he already had a bunch of face tattoos,
He
but
did, but it was very more demure than it is now.
very
It's
demure, very
yeah,
cutesy.
yeah, it's not the same anymore.
Really?
Yeah, and I mean, granted, maybe when I see him, it might feel different, but that's not really the style that I was going for.
Really? Because I mean, he did get him in prison, so they're not
Yeah,
going to be
so
the
it's
best
yeah,
quality.
and that's
But
kind of like where I'm disappointed at. I was like, if that's kind of like what you wanted to do, you could have definitely went to like a tattoo artist out here and did that. I
right.
don't think that in there was the best way to do it, and like it's like kind of dirty.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, getting tattoos on the outside, it's like you got a million other things to do, so it doesn't feel that attractive to me. But yeah, I guess if I was locked up and there was somebody doing pretty good tattoos, I could see myself going for it, even
But
though
not on the face.
the face is crazy.
Like
Yeah.
the back or your leg or like I don't know. Like how you just trust someone to just dot your face? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
And that's what I love about him is that he just refuses to act like a successful millionaire. He's like, no, and I'm getting a bunch of face tattoos in prison.
Yeah, I mean I mean I wish he wouldn't have done that. I wish he would have waited until like he got out if that was what he wanted to do. But I mean he never listens to anybody. So I don't think that even if me giving him my opinion that he would have even cared. But
You know, I was thinking about the other day is that they just don't make face tattoo guys like they used to. Back
oh yeah, they don't.
2017, 2018, it felt like every other week there was some new cute little face tattoo kid, the Lil Xans of the world and the whoever's. And now you just don't really see that too often.
I mean maybe he was trying to set a new trend or something. I don't know.
Right.
I don't I didn't necessarily agree with it when I saw it though.
Mm.
I mean, I wish he would have waited and maybe thought about it a little harder, but he's very impulsive, so it's not like I don't think anybody giving their opinion would have mattered to him.
Right.
So,
Does it bother you in particular that he got Chrisean's face tattooed or whatever?
I was more disappointed in the fact that he got my daughter's name like around the same time,
Mm.
and I just kind of felt like that like she's 2 years old now. When Javon, our son, was born, like days later, we both went and got his name.
Mm.
So waiting 2 years to like get her name and then try to like balance it out because like you got her name is just like kind of like lame to me.
So it pisses you off the idea that he's sort of having to like compensate for getting his daughter's name tattooed by also
Yeah.
keeping his other girl like you if he is going to be dealing with other girls, you'd like it for to be a situation in which he's not having to like fall in line and obey
Yeah,
the
I
orders.
feel like the kids should come first. Like nobody in this world would be mad or tell me something about our kids,
Mm.
even if it was a man. You couldn't tell me nothing like about if I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna go tap one of their names and then try to tap their name because they're gonna get mad.
Mm.
Like absolutely not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care if you actually. I'm gonna tat it twice.
Okay.
Like what is that? So I don't like that he tried to like compensate for it, but I mean that's their dynamic. I mean I don't know what's going on, but that's more so what disappointed me. I was like, because like why did you have to do it around the same time, and why is her name so small?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Javon's is big as hell. It's like on his forearm or whatever. So I'm just kind of like I didn't like that, and that type of stuff does matter. You know, people do clock that kind of stuff.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. But have you visited him while he's been locked up?
When he was in the county, out here in LA, I did go see him about 4 or 5 times. But the fans are crazy, and
Really?
so they like book appointments or like do weird stuff, and I don't even know if they actually go to see him. But they had like, and then like I don't know if the jail started catching on and would like block his thing off, so it would be really hard to get an appointment to go see him in the county, and that was behind the glass on the phone. So it
Wow.
wasn't like a super great visit, and
You
it's 30
think
minutes only.
you think that they would be able to control that more easily?
Yeah, I think that at first it was like the fans doing it, and then once the jail like caught on to who and what was going on, that sorry, my eyes water. That they had to like block it off, so it would be really hard to like get an appointment.
It is crazy because being in jail is probably so boring that talking to some random fan for a half
Oh,
hour
100%.
probably sounds all right.
And I
Yeah.
mean, that's probably why he, gets caught talking to all these girls that he used to bang.
Mm.
And, I'm sure, I mean, knowing him, he was already doing that when he was out and had a million things to do. So I'm having like zero things to do. I'm sure like that contributes to it. And then he went into, when he got transferred, there was like a period of time where he couldn't get any visits and he barely could use a phone.
Mm.
And then now that he's at, Kern State, North Kern State or whatever it's called, he just started getting into like being able to send out like visitation forms. I already, turned mine in, so I'm just kind of waiting for approval. But that kind of stuff like they take mad long to like get back to you and stuff. So as soon as I have my approval good and go, I'm gonna definitely go see him. I mean, he has 9 more months to do. So I mean, I'm not about to just let him sit there.
For sure. Do you think his mom's right that he'll get the tattoos removed when he gets out?
I don't think he's gonna get them removed because I just don't see him doing that. But I could see him maybe covering up what's her name's name if something was to happen.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that he's gonna remove them though. That's a really like painful process, and a lot of the tattoos he has are like really dark.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take several sessions, and
You might never get rid of it.
Yeah, it's still gonna be like a faint
Yeah.
situation. So like, what you're gonna have to cover that? I don't know. He's not gonna do that.
Yeah, you have to get it blasted like a million times to really get rid of it.
Yeah,
Especially
and it's
if
super
it's dark.
painful. Yeah.
Yeah. I've done a bunch of those back in the day.
Mhm.
But okay, how much of this, like, when you're in a relationship with somebody and it's public, part of the drama is that each person has fans, and those fans are going to basically push you in whatever direction they think is right for you. And I can imagine from your perspective as a woman that a lot of your fans probably were urging you to not be with him in the same way. How much of that do you think like kind of permeates your brain?
I think that I obviously see I mean, we all see the same stuff. I see it
Mhm.
as y'all see it, but it never like even when he just started and like barely people were catching on to who I was because I was really trying to like stay back. I still would see stuff and I still would hear it, but it always sticks with you. But it never made an impact in the decisions that I made because I'm like, at the end of the day, it's still the internet.
Right.
People can have their opinion, but you're not living in it. You don't walk the same walk that I walk as much as you might think it. But a lot of my truer fans are kind of like, whatever you want to do, I support it. And that's kind of more so like the support that I care about.
Because like women are on average a little bit more sensitive, or like in my situation, my girl gets a lot less shit than me. So if she gets 100 DMs about something, she's gonna really notice, as opposed to me where I could get a million DMs and it's just like it doesn't really hit me in the same way. I'm kind of already like divorced from really caring about what people are gonna say publicly or whatever.
Yeah.
And I could just imagine that for you, if you read 100 DMs or 100 comments or whatever that are all kind of saying the same thing, that's got to be sort of tough to endure.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to hear that you like are making the wrong decision, 100 times. But it never made me choose a different choice than what I did. So I just I feel like when you come into some fame or you come into fans and you have to just stay true to who you are and then go from there, because if you start listening to the internet and start listening to what the fans say, you will literally down spiral. Like that is like rule number 1, to not listen to what the internet says, because if you do, you're just become an internet robot at that point.
Yeah.
And then you're like a clout demon, like literally.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling about the music side of things right now? Are you genuinely excited about it? Like, where are you at with that?
I've been working on a couple things. I haven't put nothing up because I'm like, without him here to like really critique me, it's a little strange because he was critiquing me so hard. And that, we were pushing that brand, and I'm just like, it's a lot different when he's not there with you. Or like if you just have to play something for him, it's just so different because he's not the ear that's there.
Right.
So I'm working on stuff. I'm a little reluctant to like put it out there, but I do want to put out more music. I do want to continue to do music. I like me going on reality TV or whatever wasn't the main goal to just become like a reality TV star, although it was an amazing experience. But I definitely want to continue to do music.
Mm.
And I didn't realize that, like, when I first put out my first song, I was kind of like, I'm just going to see how it goes. Like, it wasn't so, like, I have to become a star with music. Now I'm kind of like, I like what I do. Like, I like that. I like that people like to listen to me, too.
Right.
And, like, that, no, I can go to the grocery store, people are singing my lyrics, like, as I'm going to the car. Like, that's cool.